In order to end the chain of transmission of this disease once and for all, we need to teach our young people the facts about AIDS, and to do that, they have to know about their own sexuality. The objective is to make them a lot more responsible in their relationships. AIDS is indeed everybody's problem. Some people did not want to believe that, and now they must.
My name's Scott, and I just found out that I have AIDS. I didn't think it could happen to me. There's no cure for AIDS, and I'm scared about what's going to happen to me. I don't know when I got AIDS, and I hope I didn't give it to anybody before I found out. This film will tell you what you need to know so that you don't get AIDS.
AIDS will kill you, right?
I don't want to get AIDS.
If you don't shoot up, you can't get it, right?
Anyway? I want to have sex, but I don't want to die.
Doesn't it just kill gay guys?
I don't know how
I'm
you
not really
get it.
worried. Comes from needles, doesn't it?
I don't want to catch AIDS.
I don't want to catch it. You die if you get it.
Not romantic.
It's scary.
I'm not worried about it.
It's anal sex.
There's no cure for it.
There's no way.
I don't know which way you
I
catch
would
it.
have sex with someone who shot up.
Condoms are
I would think
drag.
twice about having
wanna
sex
have
with
sex.
I'm
somebody
really mixed
who I
up
knew was
about
I
it.
don't wanna
It's
die.
not fair.
I don't know what it is. My parents don't even know
I'm
what
not
it
gay.
is.
It's not my problem.
There's a lot of wrong information going around about AIDS, and that's dangerous. So I'm going to tell you what AIDS is, how you get it, how you don't get it, and how to be safe. AIDS can be a sexually transmitted disease. So I'm going to be talking about sex as clearly as I can. You may want to laugh, and you may get embarrassed. That's okay. We'll get to that in a minute. But the first thing I want to tell you is, relax. You don't have to worry about all the things you share with people, like food, makeup, toilet seats, telephones. AIDS is hard to get. Okay, get it? That's what you don't have to worry about. Now here's the stuff you need to know.
This sickness I've got called AIDS is caused by a virus that knocks out my body's immune system. You know when you get a cold, you get sick for a couple of days and you get better? That's your body's immune system fighting it off. Well, my immune system can't fight so well anymore. So I get a lot of infections you might never get because your body fights them off. And those are the infections I could die from. Unless there's a cure, I'll have AIDS for as long as I live. And for as long as I live, the virus could be in my semen and in my blood.
For you to get AIDS, the virus has to get into your blood. That's why it's hard to get AIDS. It doesn't get there by itself. You've got to put it there. See this? This is a needle, the kind people use to shoot up. One of the easiest ways to put the virus into your blood is by sharing one of these with somebody. We can't show these people's faces because they're actually shooting up. They're really doing it. See the blood in that needle? If that guy has AIDS, the virus will be in that blood. And when his girlfriend takes the same needle and shoots up, she's shooting the virus right into her bloodstream. That's how the disease goes from one person to another. Now, anybody who shares a needle with either of them could get AIDS. Sex. What does sex have to do with getting AIDS? Well, I'll tell you. There are two kinds of sex that we're talking about: intercourse and anal intercourse. During intercourse, that's your standard guy-girl form of sex. Sometimes when you're making love, you can get a small cut inside, and you won't feel it. If your partner is infected, the virus can enter the bloodstream through the cut. That's why guys gotta wear condoms, and girls gotta make sure guys wear them to keep infected semen out of the body. Now, the other kind of sex, anal intercourse. This is the riskiest. Why? Because it's drier and it's tighter in there, and the blood vessels are closer to the surface and easier to tear. This gives the virus in the semen a direct way to get into the blood. The point is, if you're going to have sexual intercourse of any kind, use a condom. I know you may feel like a jerk buying them or taking them out or putting them on, and you don't think it's romantic, and you feel a little embarrassed. And you figure the person you're going to have sex with won't like them. They're icky. But believe me, it's better to feel a little embarrassed than to risk getting a disease that could kill you. And if you feel weird or uncomfortable about condoms or any of this stuff, talk to somebody. And hopefully it's the person you want to have sex with. But at least talk to a friend.
Eighth period class was so incredible today. We actually talked about AIDS and sex.
Come on, Jenny, don't you ever think about having sex?
Well, yeah, sometimes, but I'm not ready yet. I'm waiting.
You haven't done it? I was sure you had. You and Rob have been going out forever.
Surprise, surprise.
I think it's good that you haven't. I saw this new special on AIDS, and it sounds pretty serious.
Yeah, but we don't have to really worry.
That's not true. Everyone needs to worry now, not just gay people and drug users.
So scary. I mean, I can't believe it. Some of the guys that we go out with might have tried drugs, or maybe they had sex with someone who already had the virus.
Well, do you and Gary talk about it?
Yeah, all the time. It's like all we ever do.
Well, keep talking then. Talking is definitely safe. You should relax. It's not like everyone who has sex is gonna die.
No, but it just means it's better to wait, that's all, until there's a cure or a vaccine. I'm not planning on having sex until I get married, and Rob knows that.
Yeah, but it's not so simple for me. I mean, Gary's older. I mean, it's not like he's pressuring me, but, you know, we both have a lot of questions. I mean, there seems to be so much to worry about these days. There's herpes, AIDS, and pregnancy.
Look, you don't have to get crazy about all this stuff. Doug and I talked about it a long time, and even after we knew that we loved each other and that we'd be together, we still decided to wait a while. And then we went together to a clinic, and now I'm on the pill, and we use condoms just to be extra safe, so we don't give each other any kind of infection. It might sound like a pain, but because we care about each other, it's no big deal.
Condoms? Do people really use them? I mean, I thought guys bought them just to keep them in their wallets.
Not anymore. People use them, and it's not a big deal.
Oh, but don't they ruin the moment? I mean, they don't sound very romantic.
It's a little embarrassing at first, but then you get used to it.
I don't know. Well, do you buy them or does Doug?
We both do. You can get them at the drugstore.
I can't believe you buy them.
I can't believe it either. I could never do that. I would feel too weird.
Well, how do condoms help anyway?
They keep the virus from passing through. It's a barrier.
Go up. Further. Hi, girls, what's going on? Next.
Looks serious.
Well, we're talking about the whole AIDS thing.
Yeah? What about it? You got a cure?
I wish. Are you guys worried about it? I mean, sex, you know?
Yeah, I'm worried I'm never gonna have it.
Hey, guys, it's not funny. Guys, people are dying. Lots of people. It's awful.
Do you guys know what you would do if you were gonna have sex? What you'd use to be safe?
Do we look stupid or what? Rubbers? I would definitely use a rubber. No problem.
Come on, really. Would you use one if a girl asked you?
She wouldn't have to ask. I would plan on it anyway. I mean, besides AIDS, there's other stuff you can get. Not to mention pregnancy.
Well, how about you, Larry?
Yeah, me too. I'd use one.
I wouldn't want to worry about all of that. You gotta be really careful now. It's not so casual, you know?
Right. We gotta go. We're late. See ya.
Okay, guys, see ya. Those guys are nice.
Not bad.
I don't know. I don't think I'm ready for all this. It's a really big decision.
Well, that's why the safest thing to do is not have sex at all. Like me. I don't have to worry.
Hey, Con. Don't let Gary pressure you into doing anything you don't want to do. If you don't feel ready, if you can't handle birth control and condoms, then just say no. He'll understand.
Yeah.
I mean, you just gotta do what you gotta do, and he'll know.
Deciding to have sex has never been simple. And with AIDS around, it's even more complicated. You gotta be careful if you're gonna have sex. But sex with who? Is everybody a risk? Well, for as long as AIDS has been around, the people who have gotten it have fallen into 5 groups. Gay and bisexual men.
I got AIDS from having sex with someone who was infected. I used to have sex with a lot of people. I'm not sure who I got it from.
IV drug users.
I got AIDS from sharing a needle with someone who was infected. And I don't know who it was.
People who have received infected blood and blood products.
3 years ago, I had an operation and needed a blood transfusion. The blood turned out to be infected with the virus, and now I have AIDS. Today, there's a test to see if the blood's infected, so this shouldn't happen anymore.
The sexual partners of anyone in a risk group.
I got AIDS from having sex with my boyfriend. He was either sharing needles or having sex with a man who was infected. I had no idea he was doing any of those things.
Babies born to infected women.
This is my baby, and she has AIDS. She got it from me. I got the virus, and then I got pregnant. And it went from my blood to my baby's blood.
You don't need to be afraid of these people. You can touch them, hug them, treat them like you would anyone else. And as long as you don't share needles or have sex with them, you don't have to worry about getting AIDS from them. You know, it's not their fault they have AIDS. AIDS isn't anybody's fault. Maybe you're feeling angry or frustrated because you're gonna have to deal with this from now on. Well, there's nobody to blame except the virus.
It affects all of us. It's not a moral issue. It's a disease. It's a virus. We can't make it go away just by pretending it's not there.
When I was younger, I used to go to work with my mother. And I used to hang out with the guys at the office. There was this one guy that I used to hang out with a lot. And a couple of years ago, I found out that he was gay. And I didn't want to be part of the, I didn't want any of his stigma attached to me. So I didn't see him as often as I should have, but I did visit him every once in a while. And about 2 months ago, he died of AIDS. And I didn't see him. Because when I found out he had AIDS, I wouldn't see him anymore. And I know I won't have the chance. But if I could have, I would have told him that, I was still his friend. And I wish I could have been there to been by him when I know his life must have been the worst it could have been. But I wasn't. feel terrible about it.
It's like before, I thought it was like just all gays. But now I know it's not the gays' fault. I mean, they didn't make the AIDS. It's just a virus. And nobody blames people when they give you a cold or something, and that's just another virus.
There's nobody to blame except the virus. Okay, that's it. That's what you need to know. 3 things. 1, AIDS is hard to get. 2, you can get it from sharing needles, so don't shoot up. 3, you can get it from having sex with someone who has the virus. So if you want to be safe, you got to be careful. And if you're going to have sex, any kind of sex, use a condom. If you decide not to have sex, that's okay too. You can't always know for sure who has the virus and who doesn't. And that means each time you have sex with someone new and you don't use a condom, you're taking a risk with your life. Don't take that risk.